It's Mindset Monday, coming at you with energetic and tactical tips to help you level up your life and your week. Let's get it. Part of my morning routine is reading, and the book I most look forward to picking up is Simple Abundance and reading whatever the day's lesson is. This book is an absolute must, and it's linked in the show notes. One of the messages of Simple Abundance has stayed with me for a long time. It's about an acre of diamonds. This story was told more than 6,000 times between the years 1877 and 1925 by Russell H. Conwell. Russell H. Conwell was an American minister, orator, philanthropist, and also the founder of Temple University in Philadelphia. Upon the publication of this story, it became an immediate bestseller and a classic in inspirational literature. Mr. Conwell shared that your diamonds are not in far distant mountains or in yonder seas. They are in your own backyard if you but dig for them. So here is the story as Mr. Conwell told it, abbreviated in the interest of time. There once lived an ancient Persian by the name of Al-Hafed. Al-Hafed owned a very large farm with orchards, grain fields, and gardens. He was a contented and wealthy man, contented because he was wealthy, and wealthy because he was contented. One day, there visited this old farmer, one of those ancient Buddhist priests, and he sat down by Al-Hafed's fire and told that old farmer how this world of ours was made. He said that this world was once a mere bank of fog, and that the Almighty thrust his finger into the bank of fog and then began slowly to move his finger around and gradually to increase the speed of his finger until at last he whirled that bank of fog into a solid ball of fire, and it went rolling through the universe, burning its way through other cosmic banks of fog until it condensed the moisture without and fell in floods of rain upon the heated surface and cooled the outward crust. Then the internal flames burst through the cooling crust and threw up the mountains and made the hills and the valleys of this wonderful world of ours. If this internal melted mass burst out and cooled very quickly, it became granite. That which cooled less quickly became silver, and less quickly, gold. And after gold, diamonds were made. Said the old priest, a diamond is a congealed drop of sunlight. A diamond is pure carbon, actually deposited sunlight. And the old priest told Al-Hafed that if he had a handful of diamonds, he could purchase a whole country. And with a mine of diamonds, he could place his children upon thrones through the influence of their great wealth. Al-Hafed heard all about diamonds and how much they were worth, and went to his bed that night a poor man. Not that he had lost anything, but poor because he was discontented, and discontented because he thought he was poor. He said, "I want a mine of diamonds." So he lay awake all night and early in the morning sought out the priest. He awoke that priest out of his dreams and said to him, "Will you tell me where I can find diamonds?" The priest said, "Diamonds? What do you want with diamonds?" "I want to be immensely rich," said Al-Hafed, "but I don't know where to go." "Well," said the priest, "if you will find a river that runs over white sand between high mountains, in those sands you will always see diamonds." "Do you really believe that there is such a river?" "Plenty of them, plenty of them. All you have to do is just go and find them. Then you have them." Al-Hafed said, "I will go." So he sold his farm, collected his money at interest, left his family in charge of a neighbor, and away he went in search of diamonds. He began at the mountains of the moon. Afterwards, he went around into Palestine, then wandered on into Europe. And at last, when his money was all spent and he was in rags, wretchedness, and poverty, he stood on the shore of that bay in Barcelona, Spain, when a tidal wave came rolling in through the Pillars of Hercules, and the poor, afflicted, suffering man could not resist the awful temptation to cast himself into that incoming tide, and he sank beneath its foaming crest, never to rise in this life again. Back at the farm Al-Hafed had sold, his successor led his camel out into the garden to drink. And as that camel put its nose into the clear water of the garden brook, Al-Hafed's successor noticed a curious flash of light from the sands of the shallow stream. And reaching in, he pulled out a black stone having an eye of light that reflected all the colors of the rainbow. And he took that curious pebble into the house, left it on the mantle, then went on his way and forgot all about it. A few days after that, this same old priest who told Al-Hafed how diamonds were made came in to visit his successor when he saw that flash of light from the mantle. He rushed up and said, "Here is a diamond. Here is a diamond. Has Al-Hafed returned?" No, Al-Hafed has not returned, and that is not a diamond. That is nothing but a stone. We found it right out here in our garden. But I know a diamond when I see it, said the priest. That is a diamond. Then together they rushed to the garden and stirred up the white sands with their fingers and found others more beautiful, more valuable diamonds than the first, and thus were discovered the diamonds and mines of Golconda, the most magnificent diamond mines in the history of mankind. So, moral of the story, there is treasure right where you are, because the treasure, the acre of diamonds, lies within you. You are pure potential. You are capable of being, doing, and achieving anything that you can imagine. Truly, if you can imagine it, you can make it reality. Now, sure, it's probably going to take unlearning some programming and unlearning some conditioning. You'll need to have high self-love and high self-esteem. You'll need to act in a way that reflects those values and be consistent and not give up. But I truly believe that you can realize anything. So the question is, have you been looking elsewhere for your acre of diamonds, so to speak? We have all been there. And so I ask this without judgment. But are you investing in yourself? Or are you primarily concerned with finding a partner, perhaps? Or focusing all of your energy on your kids? I see this happen so much with mothers, right? It's like the person that they were before ceases to exist once they have a child. And if you're in that season, I get it. It can be tough, but you are important and you matter. You are more than just a mom. Or, here's another scenario. Perhaps you have just become so disconnected from yourself and your authentic desires that you're distracting yourself with doing any number of things to excess, whether it's shopping, scrolling social media, eating, drinking, working out. What could your life be like if you focused that attention and time on you, your authentic desires, your highest self, and you spent that time mining the acre of diamonds that is inside of you, just waiting to be unearthed and shared with the world? Because here's the thing. We were all, I believe, created by God in His image with gifts to share with the world. So we are counting on you to mine those diamonds and to bring them forth into the world so that you live a life of greatness, but that you also help other people in the process. So today, take a moment and just breathe. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What about yourself and your life are you immensely grateful for? What are your dreams? And who do you need to be to make them come true? Mining your acre of diamonds won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And the rest of us, thank you for it. Make it a great week, friends. Thank you so much for listening to the show. If today's episode added value to your life in some way, please subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and share it with someone who needs this. I'd love to connect with you on Instagram and hear how the show has inspired you. So tag me or slide into the DMs. find me at Corporate Dropout Official or Alacia Citro. That's ALESSIACITRO and 2 underscores. Until next time, remember that you're a badass. Stay focused, stay hungry, and dare to drop out.